It's Hoggy.
Welcome to Alone, the podcast where we always live outside normal expectations. And I just want to talk to y'all about this baby mom versus baby dad type of thing, man. Cause man, I've been going through it. I've been on both sides, man. Both sides of the motherfucking coin. Like I played the baby dad. I got two kids who ain't seen me like they should have seen me in years. You know what I mean? I ain't afraid to admit that some of that's my fault, but it's not all my fault. Like, you can't put the whole bag of parenting on me, like, you know what I mean? So, I got a kid that I raised for like the last 10 years. His mom ain't been in the picture. Ain't nobody been in the picture for him. Nobody. You know what I mean? Like my mom helped when she was alive. God rest her soul. But for my son that I had here, I know when women say like, "Oh, I ain't got no help," I feel you. I feel you. And then come recently, I done took in his sister. You know what I mean? So when I say I got a lot to say about this, I got a lot to say. And I did it like I ain't rob, steal, cheat, grind, do any dirt. Like I made sure my kids seen a working man. Now for my other kids, I can't speak for the perspective that they have because it's different on their side. Their mom is their only perspective that they have of me because of the relationship we've had. Other kids that like probably they know me, but they only see me a couple times. It would seem like hearing my story, just at a glance, would seem like something fucked up about this motherfucker right here. It's got to be something crazy fucked up about this motherfucker. But it's not. It's just I grew up not being taught the relationship side of manhood at all. Not seeing it. My dad died young. I'm talking about when I was 9. I didn't even get to preteen. Getting no sign of puberty started. You know what I mean? So I was 9. My mom devastated. She didn't have nobody else. Like she didn't have boyfriends come over. You know how stepdad. Like I never had to call another person, even acknowledge another person as a stepdad or as my mom's boyfriend. So like that's to put in perspective. Like there wasn't no man teaching me what it looks like or telling me how it should be when it comes to being strong for your family, being strong, what strength really is in a family. See, in my family, growing up, it was more of a like gorilla, like grew up like nigga the strong survive, nigga, so we had to be tough. We fought. We made sure we could survive in any means. Like you understand? So the relationship side, the love side, the kind of like when to submit. Even as a man, there's a time you have to submit. And it took me all of these baby moms plus several other lumps on the head of relationships to kind of see that like at some point there is a point where a man even has to submit. You see what I'm saying? So don't judge me or anybody for that matter. When you first hear a situation and you kind of tell yourself like, I know first impression is everything, but let that only be visual and what that person say first. If you already there and you willing to hear that man's story, or you saying like, oh, I'm here to get to know this person, get to know that person. Don't make your judgments at every word that comes out that person's mouth. At every phrase, at every sentence that comes out, you're trying to measure like, oh man, is this good or bad? What kind of person this is? Like, wait, because I believe that I'm smart enough that if a person show me who they are, I see it. And I know exactly what to do with that. You know what I mean? So don't get caught up into like every little detail like, oh, he got a lot of kids. Oh, this and that. Oh, what about his baby moms? This and that. And then the craziest thing about all of them is I got, out of the 6 kids, 6 boys, 5 baby moms, I got one son who's not biologically mine. But I've raised him since he was 2. Since he was still in diapers, and he's 16 now. I have raised this boy. He lives with me right now. He wakes up and goes to sleep here. He got a job, everything, man. So, and all my other kids are biracial. All my natural kids, the ones that came from me, are biracial. It's not to say like I just be out here just searching for white girls. I'm non-biased. I do not discriminate. Beauty is in every woman. And I do believe that. I see it in every woman, every shape. You know what I mean? So don't look at that and make a judgment on that, because you play the cards that you dealt. And you get the cards that you dealt by sitting at the table that you sit at. And because of the life that I live, I didn't watch the tables I was sitting at. I was just, wherever I can get in, I was getting in. And when you do that, you get what you get out of it. Like, and that's randomness. You get something shaky, because I didn't know how to build a foundation before starting this building project, that it crumbled. Every situation crumbled. And I was searching for something I didn't know how to find yet. You know what I mean? So, get my notes and shit. Yeah, man, because it's been crazy. And then taking in the daughter, like my son's sister is 17. Now I have all boys. I've only raised boys. Now I got a girl in the house. It changed the whole dynamic of what kind of man I had to be around her. Because then now I had to show her what type of man she needs to be looking for. That changed my whole world right there. Man, as a parent, I knew growing up, like, I knew that having girls, because I grew up around a lot of cousins and stuff, all the attitudes and stuff, I didn't want to deal with that. But I didn't put in respect, like her asking me for tampons and periods coming and all this. Like, it blew my mind. So when I say I had to deal with the full spectrum, 2 of my baby moms are from not, like, one of them was a real life one night stand. The other one was like, we messed around and then we basically just stopped talking to each other. But we had knew each other for a while before we messed around. I guess it kind of just messed up their friendship, kind of made it awkward. And next thing you know, I called her one day, she was pregnant. Like, literally talking about she was about to drop the baby in a couple weeks. I'm like, well, damn. The other girl, the actual one night stand, people was coming around telling me, they was running around telling me, like, you know, old girl pregnant. I'm like, yeah, right. You tripping. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Young and dumb. Young, dumb, and ignorant. I was a nigga. A real life, to the core nigga at them times. Because I was just out here living what I thought was a life, trying to, and then a lot of things are portrayed as like being a player. Motherfuckers got 2, 3 girls, bitches calling them all the time, giving them stuff and stuff. So you like, shit, I can keep up with these niggas. And that ain't your bag. That was never my bag. I could never, like, I ain't just had that swag that just kind of, that's why I kind of say, like, I just kind of took what took me. I got in where I could get in. You know what I mean? So, but don't judge me. Because of them lessons that I learned, I became a strong-ass man today. You know what I'm saying? The kid that I raised, he ain't never seen me down at the welfare office. He ain't never seen me down there at the Job and Family Services building. He ain't never seen a letter come in here. Like, we ain't been on AMHA. I was on Section 8. I was on Section 8, for real, at a point in my life when I got custody of my son. And I gave it away. You know why? Because at that point in my life, I was awakening. And I saw that the system that they built, that they say is to help us, is to hold us. I'm talking about pin us to the fucking ground. So we can stay in these projects. So they can keep us in our bubble. And so we can keep destroying ourselves, but keep telling our youth and stuff that this is how you get it. Like, man, you can't imagine the negativity I got from people when I was telling them that I was going to let my voucher go. Because I wanted to raise my son and have bigger options than just what they was going to be willing to hand me. You see what I'm saying? Like I was willing to work. I was already a worker. I was working myself to death anyway. I paid child support. Them kids ain't not, even though I ain't seen them, don't mean I ain't doing at least some of my part. And when we was talking, when we was cool, not together or anything, but when she was allowing me to be in their lives, I was buying them stuff outside of child support. I ain't one of them niggas that's like, oh shoot, I pay child support. I ain't about to give you shit. Fuck you, bitch. No. I know as far as my baby moms go, except for the one that that the son live with here, man, they good moms. I respect that about them. It's just a relationship we have that affects our parenting, our co-parenting. You know what I mean? So I'll never sit here. This is not here. I am not here to sit here and bash anything about baby moms. Definitely single baby moms. Especially single baby moms. You know what I'm saying? Or dads. I'm not here to raise up dads. I'm here to just raise up everybody. Because we all done did wrong. We done all did bad. And not out of vengeance or like diabolicalness. We just kind of make mistakes. Cause a lot of stuff ain't being relayed in the community. Like a lot of information from man to man is getting cut off a lot shorter and shorter. We are not giving these lessons. Even in my generation, me growing up, how did I get missed? Going up in a generation where people were still kind of giving them lessons. So you can imagine now how many people are kind of slipping through the cracks without nobody ever taking the time to tell them any of this. To talk to them about any of this, how to be a man in a relationship. When to roar, and when to purr. You know what I mean? When to fight and when to just chill. Some battles, even in your relationship, ain't worth battling. Like I used to try to tell women in a relationship, like, if we arguing, if this is not something that's going to detrimentally tear us apart, let's come to it. Let's agree to disagree. Because if it's not detrimental, we don't have to agree. Now, if it's about parenting, religion, something that you know is detrimental to life, y'all coexisting, then yes, say something about it. You know what I mean? Then you have to make a choice in the things that you do. But yeah, I'm kind of talking right now because it got good to me. But this is about baby mom and baby dad. I just want y'all to kind of listen to my story. It's a long story. We're going to do this in several episodes. And in some of them episodes, I'm hoping to have other baby moms and baby dads. If we ain't met, let's meet. If you a single parent and you feel me, holler at me. If you out here even coexisting with your spouse and y'all trying to reach your kids, holler at me. You know what I mean? Because let's talk. Because there's some stuff I can learn from y'all too. And that's what I'm excited about, for real. I'm excited about sitting up here on camera talking. I don't even need this type of attention. I just feel like the lessons I gotta give are priceless. And I've been through enough to kind of know what information I need to be kind of sharing with people. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times people just want to talk for popularity. I don't even care about that, man. I don't care at all. Like, y'all ain't even gotta like the picture. Y'all ain't gotta like the video or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just, hey, if you could take anything from it, take it, man. If it's just take it, not be like me, take it. I don't give a. I really don't. This is about bettering you and bettering me. You know what I mean? So tune in. This is episode 1, the preview. So, come on, man. Holler at me. Y'all got situations that's crazier than mine. Y'all got situations that maybe even shakier than mine, newer than mine. Because, shit, my kids about to be grown. All of my kids, they're teenagers. So that's why I'm talking now. Dude, I just ran into my oldest one. Told me up. inside. Like, we'll talk about that on another episode too, man. Come on, man. Holler at me. Hawkeye!